There's a lot of debate about which engine size you should go for when you're buying your first or second bike. Some people say if you buy anything bigger than a 600, you're going to send yourself flying off the edge of the earth. And some people say if you buy anything smaller than a litre bike, you're going to get bored within 2 or 3 months. I've been riding this Z400 for about 5 months, so I'll let you know what I think, whether a 400cc bike is enough or whether you're just going to get bored of it. So let me give you some numbers to give you an idea of how this bike performs. It does 0 to 60 in about 4.5 seconds, and it will do the quarter mile in about 13.5 seconds. It tops out at 110 miles per hour, and I have this funny feeling, I can't verify it, but if you're doing 80 mile per hour in 6th gear and you whack the throttle open, you'll find yourself doing 100 in about 10 seconds. Again, I can't tell you how I know, it's just intuition or something. So yeah, it has more than enough power to reach legal speeds and beyond, but more important than top speed, it has the real world acceleration and the real world torque that you can actually use for normal things like pulling away from traffic lights, overtaking, or just having some fun in the twisties. For example, a 125 might be able to do 70 miles per hour, and you might think that's perfect because you don't intend on going faster anyway, but it takes so long to get from 50 to 70 that it's really not usable power. Whereas this bike, yeah, it can go 110, you might not ever want to go that fast, but it means that going up to 70, it will do that very quickly, more than enough usable power. I do joke and call this my little 400, but don't be deceived by its relatively small engine size. Like I've said, it has more than enough power, and I think it's exactly what you want. It's not egging you on to go 100 miles per hour every time you get on it, but it's not so slow that it takes you half an hour to get anywhere. The fact that it still has enough power to accelerate at 80 miles per hour really says a lot. If you're doing 65 on a motorway and you want to quickly zip around something, you have more than enough power to be able to do that. I should say that I don't think you can really get bored of any bike. As long as it has 2 wheels and an engine, it's automatically fun, you're going to have a lot of fun riding it. But I do think you can outgrow a bike, or you can just want something different. Maybe it's not fit for purpose anymore. Maybe you bought one bike to learn on, and now that you're a bit more skilled, you want to do some touring, maybe you want something a little bigger. But I don't think that's because you're bored of the first bike, I think you've just outgrown it. For example, I changed my 125 because I couldn't practice things like motorways, I couldn't practice overtaking, but I never got bored of that bike. It was a really fun bike. And it's the same with this. I have loads of fun on this. In 2 years' time, will I want something different? Yeah, probably, but not because this is a boring bike by any means. There's just something so enjoyable about hearing a little engine rev. I love having this at 8,000 or 9,000 RPM, and I can do that in 2nd gear going, say, 50 or 60 miles per hour, which is more than legal. You might have heard the expression, it's more fun to ride a slow bike fast than a fast bike slow, and I don't think this is a slow bike by any means, but I do agree. There's something extremely fun about taking a little bike and just making it really work. So is a 400cc bike enough? Yeah, I think absolutely. You might want something different eventually, but it's not because it's a boring bike. It has more than enough power for public roads and you can have a lot of fun on it. Let me know what kind of bike you guys are riding. In the meantime, safe riding, and I'll see you in the next one.